Shalom, Israel, giving all praise. Yahweh Bashim Al Shah Bashim Hakadash, the one that said, Abbas, elders, the GMS, who will say, teach to Akimat, they pushing the word and truth and city, risking and freedom and life to do so, more so now than ever before, for we are close to the end. Really quick video. This is March 23rd, 2026, and it says 3 California-based warships carrying 2,500 Marines en route to the Middle East. All right. We know that, Armageddon, Armageddon, Valley of Troops is gonna start off in the Middle East. All right, it's the world begin in the East and it's gonna end in the East, which is gonna be the return of Yahweh Shah Mashiach, the Son of the Most High Yahweh, and the deliverance of the children of Israel, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, the elect, that is. But anyways, it says 3 California-based warships carrying 2,500 Marines en route to the Middle East. Things are getting spicy, all right? Things are getting spicy, and we've been telling y'all for some time now, starting with our elders and apostles, that this conflict is going to brew and nations are going to be sucked into this war. And it ultimately be thermonuclear destruction across the world, all right? So this is Jeremiah 50 and 45. It says, therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord, Yahweh, that he have taken against Babylon. Who is Babylon? America, all right? So the Most High is set a counsel. He's taken a counsel against Babylon and said, and his purposes that he had proposed against the land of the Chaldeans, right? Against the land of the Chaldeans, spoken by the Americans, all right? Which is the head place that the children of Israel will serve captive, all right? This is the Egypt 2.0, the second captivity of the children of Israel. Israel was being oppressed together in this land. So this is the Most High's purpose that he has proposed against the so-called YT man, all right? And the Ish people. Says, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Right? So who is he going to draw out? Who's the least of the flock? Iran and Israel. These are two small nations, more specifically Israel. All right. They're considered the least of the flock. And who are they going to draw out? They're going to draw out the bigger players. All right. China, Russia, and America. As we can see, America is full-on involved in this war. It's a full-on war, and soon it's going to be a ground war, which is what analysts say, escalates the war. Because once you start sending the ground forces, if you pull out after the ground invasion, you lost the war. So what they call it an escalation ladder. So it starts with air superiority. It starts with dropping bombs from airs. It starts from sending missiles to hit certain strategic targets. It goes from that to, okay, now we have to fully conquer this land, send ground troops. And then that's when the war expands, all right? Like rapid fire, it spreads quick. Nation starts to get involved. Treaties start to get enacted. NATO has to get involved on the side of America because he is a NATO member. All right, it's a full-on war. Something like happened during World War II. But it says, surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them, right? Because ultimately drew them out for this fight because the Ish people wanted to bring America into this war so they could ultimately destroy Iran. But Iran's backed by China and Russia and other BRICS countries. Iran shut the Strait of Hormuz, would put the economic globe in the chokehold. The price of goods are going to go up sky high. Things are about to get really bad. So, we're paying attention to that. So, reading on, it says 3 large San Diego-based warships carrying up to 2,500 Camp Pendleton Marines have been dispatched to the Middle East to bolster U.S. forces in the war against Iran. The Associated Press and Reuters reported on Friday. Right now, if they send ground invasions, these guys are going to get slaughtered. No ifs, ands, or buts. Iran is fully prepared for them. It's modern warfare, meaning they don't really have to shoot at you with guns. They shoot drones that cost $20,000 to make, and they have thousands of them. They send. And we seeing that with Russia versus Ukraine. Most of the deaths came from drone warfare. It wasn't. They wasn't in battle, conflict, shooting each other. Now some of that was taking place, but most of the deaths came from drones and missiles. Iran is shooting drones. So these guys are not going to be able to, I don't care how fast you run, how much you can lift, how accurate your gunshots, how skilled marksman you are. You cannot outrun a drone, right? This is modern warfare. So these guys are going to get sent over there, slaughtered. Now America's going to have to enforce a draft to bring in more troops to fully conquer the land. It's going to be like D-Day, all right? It's going to be like Vietnam, like the guy said. And ultimately, we know it's going to go nuclear. But, we know it's other prophecies that had to take place, the main one being MOTB being mandated. So it says, the Amphibious Ready Group is being led by the USS Boxer, an 844-foot ship that's known as mini carrier because of its array of air assets, which include F-35B stealth fighter jets, and mind you, that got shot down by Iran, which they said that nobody was able to shoot that down, and Iran shot it down. So it's like they're strategically breaking down this illusion of America's military might. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say their terribleness. Let me get that. Jeremiah 49:16. Thy terribleness have deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O that dwelleth in the clefts of the rock. Right? Who dwells in the clefts of the rock? They call them Caucasians today. It means cave dwellers. You dwell in the clefts of the rock. Your terribleness have deceived you, because the Most High has given you this magnitude, manifold ability, military might, all right, to conquer and destroy across the world that, nobody ever thought to go up against the American military. You know what I'm saying? Happened in Rome, all right? Happened in Greece. So the Most High has given Esau this ability according to our forefather Isaac, blessed Esau with the sword. So they do prevail in warfare, all right? With certain, killing instruments, all right? They do. But your terribleness deceived you because you thought it was you that did it. You're not realizing that the Most High gave you those weapons. Most High increased your knowledge in warfare, right? It wasn't true. So you got to see. It said, that holdeth the height of the hills, that should have made thy nest as high as the eagle. I will bring thee down from thence, save the Lord. Verse 17, also Edom. So it's specifically speaking about Edom, which is the Edomites from Esau, right? The red people, all right? So-called YT people today. Y'all are Edomites, all right? So he's going to make you desolate. Everyone that should go by it should be astonished. It should hiss at all the plagues thereof. Because they're going to realize, like, damn, the fall's going to be so bad that people going to walk by you and just like, damn, the once great YT man is nothing. So it says, Boxer is traveling with the amphibious warships USS Portland and USS Comstock. The ships are carrying elements of Camp Pendleton's 11th Marine Expeditionary Unit, or MEU, an air and ground attack force that specializes in rapid response missions, particularly amphibious assaults. All right, so they telling you that these are ground soldiers. So it's gonna get mad. So with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Shema Shah. The honors to the apostles. But let me finish this off. It says Pendleton-based MEUs helped put Marines ashore during Iraq War in 2003. So, they let you know that You know, it's inevitable that a ground assault is coming. If a ground assault comes, that's the drive, all right? It's going to be a military drive. So I'm going to close it here. You know, we are speedily heading for the days of trouble. Stay prayed up. Lean on the Lord. Rehearse the righteous act. Keep the Passover. Passover is coming. It's going to be a heavy Passover this year. Till next time. Shalom.